been a while since I did a video. Let me fix my camera here. It's been a while since I've used it, so it's all out of whack. Go ahead and get you guys the link on Facebook. Been a busy week for me, so, you know, if I could only get a link. Alright, working on it here. My computer's running a little slow for some reason.
Hello everyone, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good division rivalry coming up here in the AFC, and these two teams have met once already, so they are more than familiar with one another's tendencies, and maybe more importantly, their weaknesses. It's the Raiders going up against the Chargers.
Interesting. So my stream's not working on my computer. Just trying to...
America's finest city on about as
Here we go.
Sunday
Alright,
as you're
we're live.
Gonna see. Today we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the San Diego Chargers. Hi everybody, Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They've been cooking these last couple months, winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine for the postseason.
All right, let me just go ahead and put on Super Sim here. I know, we're starting off pretty slow here because YouTube is messing up. Let's go ahead and go to end the game, and the game should
It's the
go
final
on here.
3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25.
Alrighty, here we go, boys.
Yards up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way.
All right, we get the ball first.
Didn't
see the return. We'll have to check that out here.
They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
Been around the league a long time. All right. So, not much on the return there. Got to the 27-yard line. And you might be asking yourself, Jeff, what have you been doing lately? And well,
and his first look is
that was a crazy first play of the game.
And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Zach Kimball gets a little run there.
And they'll bring him down after just
about
a short
3 yards.
It's a gain of about 3.
So,
it's going to leave him with third
what I've been doing,
yards to go.
Not much, but
we take a look now at the defense
whole lot
for the
really.
Raiders.
I had my road test the other day, and I passed. My friends will know that I have really bad anxiety issues, so put that off way too long. In retrospect,
now some movement before
you know, I got my first permit 6 years ago, drove a few times, took driver's ed and everything, and really struggled getting around to it. The longer I put it off, the worse my anxiety got with driving. And the last couple of months, I've really pushed myself to challenge that fear. And went ahead, took my road test, and I passed. So that part of my life is over. You know, I can look forward and not say, man, I got to worry about getting my license. Which has been what I've been waiting for. I've always said I would like to go back to school, but I haven't been able to go back to school because I don't have my driver's license. and I've always talked about wanting to go to maybe find a job more suited toward a livelihood. And what up, Aaron?
And tough starting field position here.
You know, this job, if having a license definitely makes that easier. You guys got me sidetracked here. All right, so if you didn't watch last game, or if you haven't read the report from last game, Brock Kutza is going to be missing 8 to 10 weeks with a broken forearm. That means I had to shuffle around my defense a lot. You see Colton Colby playing defensive end, Nate Barker in the middle, and Troy is going to be playing linebacker. This will likely be our lineup for the rest of the season, barring more injuries. And I think that's going to see a dramatic uptick in the performance in those 3 players, Nate, Colton, and Troy. You're going to get your damn touchdown someday, Marshall Brown.
Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plan.
You missed the first drive.
When you played against them.
Resulted in an incomplete pass. Followed by a 3-yard run, followed by a false start, followed by a little screen pass.
You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and
but
they can make a big play. You know, they create
3 and out, followed by a 3 and out.
They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first
I don't know if you're ever going to get a TD, Aaron.
This is brought in at the 21.
Colin wants a return touchdown.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still.
So yeah, it's been about a week since my last broadcast. Like I said, I've just been busy trying to get things squared away with my road test, trying to be ready for it. So sorry about the wait, but we're going to finish the season and probably a couple more before the next Madden comes out.
Second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first
Our week 5 video hit 500 views, so that's really cool. What the hell happened there? Okay. Hard to fault that interception, man. That wasn't a bad throw. It just, man, hits off one guy's helmet, hits off his own helmet, and then he catches it. What a weird play.
And they responded to the challenge.
The Raiders offense now.
So, our defense back out on the field.
First drive, 3 and out. Second possession. See if they
Welcome to the stream, viewer number 3.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how defense reacts.
And wow, Troy's already seen a huge increase in his production on defense already. He's been involved in, I think, 3 tackles already.
What the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
And I'm expecting Colton to see a dramatic increase in his production. So, Anthony Davis dropped 50 points last night in his first game of the season. 16 rebounds and I think 5 assists. Can we start talking about him being MVP this year? Like, I know it's early, but, you know, he had a down year last year, but he looks to be back in shape.
To run the football in that situation, I think that goes back to their practice and game planning.
He's a beast.
They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that
Spurs beat Durant and the Warriors.
They can still run the football
and wow, Troy! That's not Troy, that's Colton. But they ended up gaining yards from a sack. Colton with a big-time sack and a fumble. And I was just saying about how we're going to see him be a little better. And already.
This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else
what guy sucks?
Execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking
Anthony Davis?
Downfield or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
All right, so neither team has gotten a first down yet.
Be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
We forced a fumble. They got an interception. We'll see if we can capitalize here.
And now San Diego getting set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this
Wildcat
drive.
Formation never works. But maybe one of these times when I say that, it will work. But not today. Anthony Davis. He's a beast, man. He's a beast.
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well, but I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, second to last in the entire NFL.
All right, here we go.
Play clock winding down.
Time in the pocket. That's for Eric Thompson. There's a penalty on the play. Face mask. That's going to get us a first down, baby.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
So the Cubs and the Indians are in the World Series. Last night they split it to 1-1, so that's pretty cool. And Jordan Pribble with a catch there doesn't get anything out of it. Jason Hayward hit 084 in the.
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed,
Griffey
all of that.
Jr.
But how about what they really
cover
said?
of 17.
That's what they really like
for MLB.
The way he goes after the football,
that's cool.
For it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
To Dylan, I mean, but there's a penalty anyway. That's the second offensive line penalty of the game already.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play.
But yeah,
second down.
Got to root for the Cubs. You know, they haven't won in over 100 years. They definitely deserve it.
They'll give it to him right up the gut.
Although if
yardage and be backed up to
if Cleveland gets it, I'm not going to complain either.
And it's third down.
I've always liked Cleveland, and I think a lot of that comes because they used to be Dylan's favorite team. And, you know, when my friends have a favorite team, I pay attention to those teams, and I get a little bit of affection garnered for those teams. I like the Braves. I like the Reds. I like the Indians. In basketball, I do like the Knicks.
That play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed, and even better executed.
Time running out here on the play.
So yeah, I'm definitely. I don't care what team really wins for the World Series, but I'd like to see Chicago win it because they haven't won in 100 years. So. That's my stance there. Although I won't be. Either way, I'm happy that both those teams are in the World Series. Just like I was excited about the Royals last year. It's always good when a team that hasn't had success, like for instance in basketball when you've had LeBron James in the finals for 6 years in a row now or something crazy like that. Longer even, I think.
And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete.
And then you're pretty much looking and you're just saying, well, it's probably going to be a trilogy between Cavs and Warriors. It makes the league a little more exciting when you can not bank on 2 or 3 teams going to the championship.
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can,
you want to talk about baseball needs a salary cap. I don't think that's the case at all because you know you do see this just as much in baseball as you do in the other sports. Teams that aren't in the biggest markets or don't spend the most money tend to be the more successful ones. And we started seeing that trend back in the early 2000s, really, when the Diamondbacks and Marlins and teams like that started making World Series runs on really minimal budgeting. Although I am hoping, honestly, the Yankees spend a little bit of money this offseason and try to get Bryce Harper.
But Amari Cooper has
I think
carried
it's
himself like a
this
pro,
offseason
probably
he's a
since
free
he was
agent.
6
If
years
he's
old.
not, then
He is a terrific talent.
next year probably. Regular at work, a regular customer. You know, he talked to me about Yankees are going to go for that Bryce Harper. Say that'd be nice, that short porch. That's why I always thought they should have went after Jay Bruce. You know, we do need outfielders. Ellsbury and Gardner, and you know, we got Aaron Hicks, but I don't know if he's an everyday starter just yet. So we need somebody to play right field, really. And
at the starters on the defensive side.
That'll probably be Bryce Harper if we decide to spend money to get him. And then Aaron Hicks will probably be like a spot left fielder. I really don't want the team to get rid of Brett Gardner. I've always been a big Brett Gardner fan. He plays his ass off. You gotta have respect for a player like that. But definitely with Gary Sanchez, Greg Bird, Severino, Betances, Starlin Castro's not old, G.D. Gregorius is young, Aaron Hicks, plenty more. You know, we got a lot of young guys in New York, and I think we're going to be pretty good for the next 5, 6, 7 years.
On play action, now Carr.
Time in the pocket for Carr here, way down the field.
And this is caught by Cooper,
and Cooper catches it. What a play.
Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown.
That could have went either way. That was either an interception or a touchdown, and they gave it a touchdown. It looked like John had it.
He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're
yeah, both players had hands
like that,
on it.
Your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Sebastian Janikowski
what
on
a
for
play.
the PAT.
I was just watching a compilation on greatest luck plays ever in the NFL or whatever.
7-zip Oakland.
And a play just like that was actually in that compilation, so it's kind of funny that it happens on the video game here today. So what a time of year this is right now with World Series going on, the NBA season starting up, and NFL season getting primed for the mid-season stretch.
Return here, he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
I didn't realize the NBA season was starting. You know, I've been so focused on other things the last couple of weeks that it just totally slipped out of my my vision. So I don't know if we're going to be doing the league this year, guys. I mean, maybe if you guys want to get something together for this weekend, we can try it again. But as of right now, it's not looking good to have a league.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster.
We'll talk about it on Facebook or whatever and see if we can get enough interest to start one by this weekend. But usually I got to advocate pretty hard to get anybody to join outside of the 6 or 7 guys we usually have. I really don't like 10-man leagues, especially for something like basketball, where you don't get to pick an entire defense, so every player has more of an individual performance than in football.
All the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Eric Thompson with a couple of catches already today.
And that one good for 16 yards and a first. 1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns.
We are down by 7. On a couple of lucky plays for the Raiders, really.
Brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin.
Not a bad game for me so far, even when you count the interception.
With a first down.
Total fluke interception. And I've been targeting Dylan and Eric all day.
And it'll make it second down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here.
All right, so 3rd and 6.
And now it's 3rd.
It's a tried and true formula.
We're seeing an inability to move the chains.
If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He'll look to throw.
And that's to the big guy Marshall, who moves the chains.
He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
I'm going to be buying a copy of WWE 2K17 off of Sean. And when I get that, I'll be able to start work on the creation thing I want to do. Create some championships, create an entire roster of wrestlers. I would like to have a broadcast partner for that, but given my current tech setup, might not be a possibility until maybe tax time. Then again, now that I have a license, that kind of changes priorities a little bit. It'd be different if I was making money off of YouTube, but you know, I don't have that kind of cachet on here. So. And I don't know why we ran it there. Dillon 8 rushes, -2 yards.
No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
One thing I love about this
I'll make sure I keep $30 for you, Sean.
Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance.
I'll find out tomorrow what time I work next Wednesday.
That didn't work for him.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored one.
So yeah, probably the next couple of months I'll be spending a lot of time working on creating a lot of wrestlers. And I'm still working on creating a baseball roster.
And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's Holmes. And he's brought down. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
With baseball,
so here we go, 1st and 10 now.
In basketball, there's a lot more fake guys on there. And another fumble.
It's on the ground.
That's going to lead to something big later on in this game if they keep fumbling it like this. And Troy forced that one. But basketball, my creative franchise on there, I've already started watching games on. I started watching games on it about a month ago. And that's something I don't have on YouTube. And Colton Colby returns this fumble. Awesome. But yeah, I've been watching games on there. I think I'm about 12 or 13 games into that. I haven't put that on YouTube. I wasn't sure how the interest rate would be on that. So I just, you know.
Coach, I'll take care of the ball a little bit.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
That's something you guys would like to see, or maybe if you just want to see particular matchups. Because in basketball we do play
this close,
legitimate teams on there.
Right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Several
times. He's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
As a defender, you're eager to
in
be
baseball,
in
I'm probably going to do manager mode.
A lot of times you run after the ball. But in this case, what a terrific job by the defender staying home and taking care of his responsibilities.
I think that'll be fun. Broadcasts on baseball games take about 2 hours compared to maybe an hour, 20 minutes on here, or an hour of basketball.
The play clock's running down.
2nd and 15. Not a good day for our offense today. Time in the pocket.
Backing up.
I get it out,
and
but I throw it away.
To throw. He chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Had time in the pocket, but couldn't get an open receiver. Welcome to the stream, viewer number 4.
A long way to go for the offense here on 3rd down.
In case you're wondering what you missed, I threw a helmet interception. That means I threw it off 2 helmets, and some guy randomly catches it. Big 55-yard touchdown catch from Amiri Cooper, and outside of that, we just been pretty much punting the ball back and forth. Not much to talk about there.
Very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And easy 3 points here for Damian. And now, I don't know if any of you guys have played Madden at all this year, but kicker stats are broken on this game. They don't show up at all. Even though clearly Damian has a lot of field goals, it still says he has 0. And defensive stats on Madden have been broken for years. I can't remember the last time they had those right. Only certain players show up for whatever reason. Like, you could have a guy who's played more downs than another player, has just as many tackles as another player. And that's another fumble. And Troy Fichette gets a touchdown. And they've been fumbling the ball left and right today.
Problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast.
I think Troy forced that fumble, picked it up and ran it back in.
On that play, wow.
Now for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
So, with that, we're winning.
On the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that.
What about that battle between Hassan Whiteside and Nikola Vucevic last night? Ultimately, the Heat came up because other people stepped up for the Heat. But Whiteside, 9 for 16, 14 rebounds, 18 points. Vucevic, 17 points on 7 of 14 shooting, 14 rebounds. So what a battle. I mean, they pretty much nullified each other right out. Be interesting to see how many blocks. I watched until about the 3rd quarter. Magic started slipping at that point. And I was pretty tired, wanted to make some burgers, go to bed.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd at about 7 left.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire.
3rd and 7.
They brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And it looks like we've got a dime
the
set
fumble-itis has definitely hit Oakland today. Oh, no, that's Curtis Smithers. And we have been getting to the quarterback. We have been hitting guys hard. We have been forcing fumbles. Our defense is looking pretty damn good today. even with the loss to Brock Kutza.
Here's Marquette King now.
Not missing out on much.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Pretty decent punt there.
Fielded at the 20.
Collins takes the 36.
17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Well, look now at the Oakland
not much of the way of
and a really nice
offense
job
for either
last
team
time.
today.
Offense had great field position, but they were able to hold them just 4 plays, and they had to hit the field goal.
We saw the benefits of practice there from the defense, though, didn't we? Because most teams, when they got that type of field position that they have to start defense on, they treat it almost like what we call sudden change. You know, after a turnover or a big kick return, whatever that is, you tell the
Dylan
guys, listen, you gotta bow up.
finally gets over the 0 line for running yards.
They bow up again.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all
Hard to
around.
do much on
Excellent
offense,
blocking.
and the defense
The
can
guy
just sit
carrying
on
the ball, he was
pass
the
plays
finisher.
all
A
game.
really nice run.
Just 2 yards to go here.
Been a
on
struggle for
2nd down
Dylan the last
offense.
few weeks. Finally kind of broke out of it last game, but even still didn't even get 100 yards. And he gets a yard there. He still has more attempts than rushing yards today. We're probably going to run it again
I
here.
do know from experience that when
I'd be
you slow down
surprised if we
someone's
didn't.
running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time.
And I think he
But
gets
you
the
still
first
have to be
down.
alert for the draws and other
Yes,
plays
sir.
of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So, after 3 straight rushing plays, you're probably going to see a passing play here.
And move forward and pick up the first down.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They come out here in the eye. Now a
No, we're going to keep running it.
Oh, look at the juke.
Dylan gets 8 or 9 yards there. And now he has more rushing yards than
Nice run
attempts.
there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line.
Giants are 10-4 on this game right now.
Moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
(28-25) against the 9-5 Detroit Lions. Indianapolis is 1-13.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his pass
What a weird play there.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did.
Giants have a bye week this week.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the
release
second
Victor
down
Cruz.
incompletion. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Back to throw here. Now they go
Trevor Williams
complete.
catches it, but doesn't quite get the first
Yardage
down.
here, back at the 47, and a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Going to be a
Here's
2-minute warning
Monday
after this
now.
punt.
He's been terrific so far. Time running out here on the play clock.
We're going to let it go to
2
the
minutes to
2-minute
go
warning.
here in the first half.
Interesting.
We'll come back to San Diego after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Will Monday now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Corey's not going to punt it. He's going to throw it down the field. What a liar.
And the punt over the side in the air. And
Not
the
a very
spot
good
will
punt
be
there.
inside the
I
35.
think it only went 14 yards.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
Sean McIntosh stops 5 for 5. Derek Carr is right now with 100 yards and a touchdown.
That's what they're looking for here.
When he gets the ball out, he's had success. What a catch! But he couldn't stay in bounds.
He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Holmes has got it complete. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I know many people like to throw
2-minute warning defense.
Flexed out position
so always when we bring out our worst defense.
With his size, but slot receivers do the
but it hasn't killed us yet.
Their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The last time the Raiders got this close, they threw a huge touchdown. Crabtree can't hold on to it.
He doesn't drop many like that one.
Credit to Sean for breaking that pass up.
It's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Now Carr again. Over the middle, it's Holmes.
Dave Canone and Devin Yoakum tackle there. 3rd down and 4. And they might be in field goal range, especially because they have Sebastian Janikowski. Everybody knows that guy can kick.
So they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4.
So, also in the last couple of weeks, the Infinite Warfare beta happened. I wish I could say I was excited for it. When I first played it for the very first night, honestly, I was really positive. I couldn't judge it too much because I only played a couple of games. And I accredited a lot of the problems to just basic network problems that they'd fixed before the end of the beta. But they didn't fix any of the problems that were wrong with the beta. What I immediately noticed was bullet sponging. It's the same problems Ghost had, man. And that's an interception by Juicy William Ford. What a way to end the drive. As our defense bends but doesn't break.
To never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
When I first booted it up, and the entire time I played the beta, bullet sponging and dying really quick for no reason happened a lot. That was a problem that was wrong with Ghost. That's a safety. No shit. What a game.
The defensive penetration there blew that play up and got them 2 points.
How about how they got off at
they get the ball after that, don't they?
Got upfield into the backfield.
Or do we?
And
I can't remember how
play.
it goes.
That's the key to everything.
But so yeah, Ghost had the problem where you'd see somebody, you'd shoot them first, and then they would kill you. And even though on their screen it shows them shooting you 4 or 5 times, you only hear, see, and know about getting hit with 1 or 2 of those bullets, and next thing you know, you're dead. So time to kill versus time to die is still broken in terms of the network problems.
He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and now it's 2nd
snipers are a big problem on there. I would say that snipers are more overpowered on Infinite Warfare than they were on Black Ops 2 or Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3. Definitely.
Not just one. Is that what they say?
Yeah, I mean, you see videos of guys walking into a room, you know, 1v4, and they have a sniper rifle. Everybody else has ARs or shotguns or SMGs, and the sniper guy will get all 3 or 4 guys and bounce. unscathed, and that just shouldn't be happening at all, but it is. And they knew it was a problem on the very first full day of the beta. They had 2 weeks almost to fix that. They never did, so I'm assuming that's a problem that they're just not going to address. Supply drops are back, I mean, and while you can grind out to get whatever you want, a lot of guys aren't going to want to do that grinding. They're going to spend money, and they're going to do it really quick, which instantly turns the game into a pay-to-win situation. And I'm getting interrupted on my video by Snorl. Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome, son.
Do you want to say hi to the video?
Apologies for interrupting. It is I.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
All right, so I think there was a 3 and out. Maybe, I don't know. I got distracted. What were they talking about? Infinite Warfare. All those problems.
With the Chargers, the home team on top. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Chargers are forcing turnovers, but they still
spawns are bad on it.
A tight game. The Raiders still haven't been able to pull away. But another
you spawn into bullets a lot. You spawn in
lead them to
just
a win.
bad position a lot.
All right, let's get straight to it.
That's something that can be fixed, but again, they didn't fix it in the 3 weeks, and the 2 weeks, I mean, that they had to fix it in the beta. So I'm assuming that's a problem. They're just going to say, oh, they don't know what they're talking about. That's how they get
now to late in the second. Carr's got to rush the throw, and it's intercepted.
Pay-to-win situation was the last thing I was talking
gets off
about.
The field with the turnover. We're set up for a great second half, so let's get you
ability to buy supply drops in bulk means is that there's going to be guys that get that early advantage in the game and get those variants just because they spent money, and you're going to be grinding away for it for months before you get everything you want, while other people spent money and got everything by chance early. And that's a problem that you're seeing on Black Ops 3 a lot, is the Peacekeeper is definitely a top tier weapon. And for instance, I haven't gotten that, and I've been playing every day for how long now? Since last November, just about. I'd like to say I'm going to buy Battlefield 1, but to be honest, that's not something I'm sure is going to happen. Like I said, getting my license and stuff changes a lot of my plans for that.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a
Battlefield 1 looks great. Battlefield's always been a little too slow for me. I like Call of Duty, the fast-paced arcade style that they have. I like constant action. I don't like having to run into a situation to get into a gunfight. I like only having to kind of go around the corner and expect one. I get really bored playing Battlefield, even though I do appreciate the game. It's just not what I'm into, really. So the fact that Call of Duty looks like it's going to have a bad year does not make me happy as a Call of Duty player. Because I can't even say I'm a shooter player, because I don't like shooters. The only shooter I've ever really played and gotten into has been Call of Duty. I didn't ever really care for shooters. Got into Call of Duty in 2010 when I was in college and wanted to play with Dylan and Marshall. So really, I only like Call of Duty because that's the one I got into. But at this point, honestly, I wish Treyarch could just not be involved with Activision and make their own shooter the way they want to without all of the Activision. The supply drops were an Activision problem. With those supply drops became the abundance of melee weapons, and that was a problem for Activision.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second
honestly,
down.
Sean, I'm probably going to be playing Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for at least a little while. few more months at least. If it's anything like the Black Ops 2 thing, I played Black Ops 2 for 3 years, dude. So clearly I could keep playing a game and keep on enjoying it for a long time. And Marshall Brown gets a running attempt, and he gets a yard, but 3rd and 10. I mean, I played Black Ops 1 for 2 years because I didn't like Modern Warfare 3. I played Black Ops 2 for 3 years because I didn't like Advanced Warfare or Ghosts. And it looks like I might have to play Black Ops 3 for 2 or 3 years. Which, to me, you know, I don't really care. I get to keep playing a game I enjoy, and as long as the servers don't kind of go downhill, and Treyarch keeps focusing on keeping those up to date and not glitching out. Honestly, I think a lot of people are going to stay on Black Ops 3 because Infinite Warfare has just left a really bad taste in people's mouth, and not a lot of people want to get it. A lot of people who I want to talk to don't want anything to do with it. The people that do are few and far between. I know the consensus between me and just about everybody I play with is we're not going to go for it. A lot of them have already switched over to Battlefield. But again, Battlefield's just not something I'm that into when I have played it. You know, I appreciate it.
He's got time in the pocket. And seeing no options,
I said that already, but it's worth noting, you know, like I appreciate that. I appreciate the hell out of Arma too, you know, and I've never played Arma, but I've seen videos and I know how in-depth Arma goes. Like when you gotta worry about doing blood transfusions and stuff like that. We talk about realism in terms of shooters. I don't know if there's anything that beats Arma in that regard. If you haven't seen any Arma videos, you definitely look that up because it's beastly.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
I just got messaged by one of my Call of Duty brethren.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell, sell, sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block, and then he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield.
Marshall, if you're not doing anything later tonight, you should jump on Call of Duty with us, and we could shred.
That didn't happen on that play.
I'll probably wait until Dylan gets home, until I probably eat dinner first. So I'm thinking around 6:37. I could give you a quick message whenever I get that settled.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll let their receiver run it out of the
and Wildcat works, kinda.
And that
Dylan, I don't know what the hell happened there. The face mask saved us. Rick is fighting with some Smith guy back there.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Weird play action, but it works. Eric Thompson having a pretty good game today.
Taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why
I've never seen that play before.
Meetings with the coaching staff,
yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
I'd like to get a group going again on Todd. It's been a while since we've had a consistent pick with another catch.
And he's brought down after a good game.
One thing I can say pretty
time in the pocket, wide open receiver, right in the middle of 5 guys with Rick. Just a perfect play.
In the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
It would be something to Marshall. Got his first touchdown here in this drive.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
Still a struggle for Dylan.
4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground.
And we really could use a touchdown here.
And you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Play clock winding down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Give him 3rd and short.
Carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout.
Maybe someday Sean will get PlayStation Plus and get on Call of Duty with us again.
They'll look to throw. That's caught.
Did he? No! You were so close, Marshall Brown! You were so close!
As he's tackled at the 1.
I thought you had it. I thought you had it.
The drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys.
And now we're probably going to run it in.
Right now. But you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
What a tease that is, man. All you need to do is break up one guy off of you, and you probably would have been able to fall forward.
1st and goal from the 1 as they look to punch it in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
Been averaging a yard a carry.
2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space.
Alrighty, here we go.
Stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling them for a loss.
Time running out here on the play clock.
Marshall is open, I think, but we go to Hambone. And I think we're going to probably try to run it in here. And when we get this close to the goal line, it never works for us, man.
They look to cash in on 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage.
I say go for it, man. Field goal doesn't guarantee anything. All they need is a touchdown to win.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed
and I
a
mean,
touchdown
the field
to this
position
point.
they'd have wouldn't be much to write home about.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The play clock's running down. And this one is right through. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense.
Damian gets 3 more there.
Don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Raiders off.
So a 4-point game.
Head back on the field.
And one that's been a really competitive game.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a second and
DeAndre
7.
Washington has been their starting running back.
Department in this one like he was a week ago. And partner, I think you can pin some of this on that O-line. That room to run.
That's interesting.
Not there.
You mentioned last week that it felt like the offensive line was getting beaten to the punch by the guys across the ball.
It was pretty evident, I thought.
I mean, they were off the ball fast, penetrating, getting into the offensive backfield.
John Fribble lays them out there.
Before they got started, so I thought
not a bad game for the runner, but
you're right there
not
again
a good
this
game
week.
either.
Same thing is happening. Not able to get started because they're not able to control the point of attack.
On third down, here's
they get the
Washington.
first down.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. Carr now on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
So what I'll probably be doing for the wrestling thing, and I'm sorry I keep jumping around here. I probably will not be streaming that. Instead, I'll probably just capture it with my capture card. And there's another fumble. And I don't even know who recovered it. Looks like Curtis Smithers. But what I'll probably do is put it in the capture card and isolate the video and probably even mute over it. Or I probably won't. I'll mute over it in sections. I'll probably just cut the video raw, put it into iMovie, and then me and Gavin or whoever my commentator helper is going to be, we'll just dub over it.
They got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline,
and what that also means is us dubbing over any cutting any shots of the commentated team. I really need somebody who's decent at editing video.
Not easily done.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second.
Did you, Sean? I didn't even see, man. Sorry not to give you credit there.
Bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
So yeah, what I'd probably do is just cut the video. What that would mean is being able to, there's an open man there, but we're going to go down the field. Wow, that was dangerous. Jordan was open. And instead we go down the field. You got to like the aggressive nature of that, but you had a first down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Here's a play fake.
Play action, time in the pocket. And we're going to get to Marshall. And we're going to kick another field goal. And we haven't had an offensive touchdown outside of a scramble by me in the last 2 games. Don't like this trend. You know, our offense was looking really good there for a few weeks, and now all of a sudden we're looking back to how we were in the beginning of the year. Really inconsistent, not able to find pay dirt.
So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there. As
Denver's winning 31-0
at the 25
against New England. Cincinnati is 9-4.
Washington to begin the drive.
Dave Canone, big stop.
Forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Mission Valley and San Diego. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Carr to throw on second down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Gavin's there, Julian's there, Juicy's there, Curtis is there.
And just like that, it's third down.
Busy play.
For a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now the plan with my wrestling show is it'll probably be a weekly thing. If it starts working out, or if it becomes really a feasible option, I might do 2 shows of it a week. But I plan on doing 1 a week with 1 pay-per-view. Pay-per-view will probably be about twice as long as a regular show, just like a real pay-per-view is in real life. Probably what was I gonna say there? Like I said, I'm not gonna be live streaming it. I'm gonna rip the video, put it with my capture card, edit it there, add in my own audio. You will never see my face in the corner like you are here. It's not gonna be quite as personal as the other one. I'm gonna have a fake character probably for my voice. Probably gonna talk like this, right? So yeah, I think that'll be fun. I just really hope that somebody can help me with that. And the Wildcat works here. Dylan Brown. Dylan fucking Brown. There we go.
Put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They get 31 yards that time. Good enough for a San Diego first down.
So yeah, with wrestling, definitely gonna be sharing it, and you know, it'll probably be about a week after I air it that you guys will see it. So it'll probably take about a week to edit every episode, because I'd like them to be about an hour and a half or so, an hour and a half. Like to have a commentator partner, whether that's some weeks I think that'll be Gavin, some weeks that'll be Colin. Anybody wants to come and help me broadcast or do stuff like that, you know, I'm always willing to have guest commentators. You know, just come down, make up a character, get a voice in your head, and have some fucking fun with it, dude. That's what that one's gonna be all about. It's all about friggin' just having a good time, dude. What the hell is happening? What happened?
He's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
And it doesn't even count because Marshall Brown has to screw everything up.
Fresh set of downs here.
He drops it, he kicks it. I don't know, is that even a legal play? I mean, man.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Shrugs the tackle. Nice. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard.
Still the first down, though, Marsh. He didn't screw much up.
A little strange, but that was a really nice effort because he broke a tackle and almost sprang free, but it still ended up with a loss of yardage. The defense won that battle.
All right. See Trevor in the backfield here.
The play clock's running down. They'll drop to throw.
Time in the pocket. That's to Marshall Brown. Almost a first down. Marshall's seen a lot of targets the last few weeks. You see the Oakland Raiders ranked number 2 in sacks. Marshall with 5 catches today. Trevor's still in the backfield. We're probably going to pass it again. No, we're going to run it, and Trevor gets the first down. Fantastic.
As he's taken down at the 24. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They're going to run this with a tight end.
Marshall Brown runs it for 12 yards.
Give him 11 yards that time. A new set of downs.
That's awesome. A lot of weird sets for our offense today. We definitely shook things up. And at 13 yards, perfect range here for a Marshall Brown touchdown catch. Even though he's not on the field here, so it won't be happening here anyway.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And that's going to go to Zach. Zach doesn't get anywhere with it. He catches it.
Down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
And yes, I get excited anytime Marshall Brown touches the ball, because I'm rooting for him. I want him to get that touchdown. We're in week 15 and he still doesn't have a touchdown. He's on the field here. Could it happen? We're going to run it. Dylan, I think, does get the first down. Like I said earlier, when we get this close to the end zone, he rarely come up.
But it's 3rd and inches. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense.
Marshall Brown! Did he get it? To the 1 yard line again! How do we? 2 times today, Marshall. You get it to the 1 yard line. I think you had it. No, I think your arm was out of bounds.
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough. Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or take it away. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now.
And Dylan gets a touchdown. Marshall Brown gets 2 receptions in which he gets it to the 1 yard line today. Just, there's a curse or something, man. There's got to be a curse, because you keep getting 1 yard away from the touchdown. But definitely seeing an uptick in your performance lately.
A little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness. You've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
And I think we might have just won the game with that drive.
If they're smart, they do.
A good drive. 10 yards, 10 plays, 58 yards. And the curse of Brown keeps going, as Marshall Brown still has not hit pay dirt. He should have twice today, I think.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
But fate is a cruel mistress, my friends. Mary Cooper getting hit by Troy. A lot of fumbles for Oakland today. That's really what turned the game over to our control. They're constantly fumbling the ball. And they need a touchdown on this drive, or else it's basically over, guys. Time is running out.
So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive. Poor punter. Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times.
Notification on the book of faces. Not anybody here.
5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Carr.
Michael Crabtree, that's a first down.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit, because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And on in-game storylines, Marshall Brown, contract extension. First week in negotiations, he declined our offer. I believe it was a 4-year, $70 million offer, something like that. I don't know what it was, actually. It might have been only like 58 or something like that. Either way, he turned it down. So he was looking for a little bit more. I'll keep you guys updated on all contract news, injury news, and yeah, I think after this game, we only have 2 more games left of the regular season. So it'll definitely be an interesting. I think we've pretty much clinched our way into wow, Troy getting tackle there. I thought Washington's going to make some noise. Troy with 8 tackles. That's not counting assisted tackles. So, you know, he's probably sitting at around 13 or 14. And if he keeps up that efficiency at the end spot, I might just keep him there next year.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Timing's crucial in any route.
No, Pop, you're going to hit the eject button or something that screw me up.
So many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play,
when he drops
things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Here's Marquette King now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
So it snowed here today. All I have to say is, the fuck. Good punt. Not really. All right.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field.
And I think they ran out of time.
What they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that
they're at least 2 possessions away from tying the game.
What happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Running game still not getting anything. Dylan had a couple of big runs. Marshall keeps high target volume here today. And every week it seems like Marshall just gets more and more involved with the offense. He just hasn't been able to get to where he wants to be in terms of yardage and or scores.
He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And defensively going with
I think he's seen 7 or 8 catches now. That's to Van Gordon. He gets laid the fuck out.
A gain of 8 and a 1st down.
Quiet game for Austin. He's been so incredibly good for us since he came back from his injury, though, so it's hard to be critical of his performance here today. He ran the ball 33 times. Have had very, very bad success with it.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to
2nd and 5.
Offensive coordinator. I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd backfield. Marshall, Eric, Van Gordon. Going to run it with Dilly. He gets a couple. That's his 30th run of the game.
Still a couple yards short of the first.
Nobody in the NFL has really come close to Dylan's usage.
Time for a break.
I think that has to do with the stamina rating, the fact that he hasn't gotten hurt at all, the fact that our offense is on the field so much because of our defense.
These short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down.
And in the second half, our defense just gets so much better, doesn't it? Probably going to run it here.
They'll give it to him right
no surprise here. He's going to have to punt it now, though.
And the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get
lots
set
of punts
as we
today.
resume action.
Because our offense only gets 1 touchdown. Defensive touchdown. Well, I think it was more of a special teams touchdown, wasn't it?
This one will
But
sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here.
Unless they get a touchdown in the next like 2 or 3 plays, the Raiders are toast. Because they need to worry about getting a touchdown, getting an onside kick, and then getting another touchdown to tie the game.
Ready to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly
do I think they have that in them? Absolutely not. Although Derek Carr is a master of this sort of thing in real life.
They know the score. They know the situation.
But
and he's going to go down for a 4th time
Curtis Smithers ends the game basically with that safety.
Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters.
And our defense slash special teams responsible for 8 points today. Look at that. Both teams getting a safety.
The free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. And it's taken in at the 9.
Colin gets it to 29. Expect us to pound the ground with Billy.
San Diego getting set to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see.
Offensive MVP today.
They don't want to go out and
probably either Rick or Marshall.
This team now wants to get
it's hard to give it to Dylan when he struggled so hard throughout most of the game. He's had that one big play, but I'm assuming either Rick or Marshall is a solid choice there. Both of them had a lot of targets. I think Rick had more yards. Marshall had more catches. On defense, it's either Troy or Colton, man. I'm gonna have to look at the line stats. See, I'm assuming Troy because I'm thinking he's sitting at around like 14 or 15 tackles.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's
and they call another timeout. And 3rd and 8, passing situation now.
Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout.
Although we might run it just to wind the clock out
as we step aside. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back.
I think next week we face the Browns.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Now
we're going to pass it.
Snap as they'll look to throw.
And I missed my target.
Incomplete.
We're going to get the ball back.
Monday now, as he's on to punt for San Diego.
Catches it at about 20.
Angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. And this will be out of
what
bounds.
A kick, man.
At the 15-yard line.
Corey is the man.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make
start,
it
and that's going to hurt.
I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. This caught. Reception by Holmes.
Cody Putney on the tackle there.
And that'll make it 3rd and 1. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not.
They're going to say he didn't stay in bounds.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down.
I think the Booth has to challenge that.
3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds.
Probably a running situation here.
He was led a little bit too far.
Yep.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know
Washington gets the 1st down.
Is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Throwing now is Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes.
Derek Carr's going to work, guys. Booth's going to review it.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your
he is
skills,
definitely in bounds.
your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football, and getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
I'd love to see an interception here.
On 1st down, Carr.
And there's a fumble.
Lost it. Fumble.
Carr gets it back, though.
For him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the
Juicy
play.
with a sack and the fumble.
In the hurry up.
That could have ended the game. Technically, they still have a chance.
Up, but a long way to go on third down.
Not much of one.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Finding time.
That's going to be way down the field. That's an interception to end the game by Devin Yoakum. What a play. Game over.
This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock,
and they expect us to either kneel it or run it.
Now. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week.
That's going to do it.
Take a knee.
Really bad week for Dylan.
Call it a victory. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders.
It's good enough for us to get the W.
Big run, just a short one there, but guess what? Sometimes you treat it like
what
boxing.
A game, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I've already named my MVPs and stuff.
Just trying to set them up.
Just going to wrap it up. Like I said, next time we face the Browns. I work 11 to 8 tomorrow, so it might be a little hard for me to get another game in tomorrow.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not
but
letting them break
hopefully
your serve. That way you hold on
Saturday
to it. They got it done,
or
and they
even
feel
Sunday I
very
could
good
maybe get a game in,
victory.
depending on how quiet the house is. I have company, stuff like that. Either way, we're going to finish this series. We're going to keep going. I'll let you guys know when I know more. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time.